This is Newsbreak 26 in Southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. A 10-day boil water advisory in the municipal district of St. Stephen due to turbidity issues came to an end on Friday.
So what happened? We noticed turbidity, which is caused by literally dirt stirring up in the well. So what that caused was it causes our system to start not be able to work properly, and of course it goes into alert and alarms our technicians that there is a turbidity issue. So we need to take action on that. So at that time we were taking action on the turbidity issue, not knowing where it's coming from at this time, and then so we were dealing with that, investigating, and then we had the collapse around the well, I believe a day following or 2 days following, which hence, okay, that's when we know where the turbidity is coming from. So that turbidity was the outside of the well leaking into the well. And this well is 9 meters wide, 9 meters deep.
Investigations revealed that the problem was caused by a broken pipe that created a small breach in the foundation of the more than 100-year-old well. Fortunately, the opening causing the turbidity was eventually closed when gravity pushed the ground above the well downward, plugging the breach for the time being.
When it collapsed, it actually sealed itself. Bonus. So then we had to go and so we still have a serious issue. When can it come back? We don't know. We're closely monitoring it all the time to make sure we're okay. So now we have to take. We're working on a plan of action, which this is a big deal. This is a huge well, it's a huge cost. So we're going to be once our engineers get all their facts straight, so we can present that to the province and let them know that the crisis we're in. Factual crisis that we're in, and to get their support to get this fixed.
Resolving the issue long-term could mean anything from costly restoration of the well to replacing it altogether.
Either a major well repair, or I'm only assuming now because I'm not a water expert, or maybe even a new well. I don't know. I think they'll probably look at every avenue and look at the longevity of each. You gotta remember this well is early 1900s as well.
Just days after the inquest into Hilary Hooper's death came to a close, the province introduced an act to amend the Coroners Act, which would make an inquiry mandatory when a person dies by suicide in a hospital setting. MLA Andrea Anderson-Mason of Fundy the Isles St. John West said the inspiration for the amendment came from a bipartisan conversation she had with Green Party leader David Coon.
We did the research, I did a cross-Canada scan, and most jurisdictions do have it that if someone passes while they are in a healthcare facility under the Mental Health Act, that there is an automatic inquiry, and that was a gap in our legislation. So I brought it forward. Initially I went to the Premier and asked him his thoughts and if it was something that I could run with personally, and he right away had full support. And actually I got to give a shout out to Minister Dorothy Shepherd as well. She was fully in supportive of it. How we ended up doing it was running through public safety because we've made some other tweaks to the act, but really the crux of the changes has to exactly do with this situation.
My full half-hour interview with MLA Andrea Anderson-Mason appears on an all-new episode of Southwest Magazine on CHCO this week. Finally, Charlotte County Whalers won the U13A Provincials on home ice at the W.C. O'Neill Arena on Sunday. Spectators were on the edge of their seats for the length of the close game versus the Grand Falls Junior Cats, which ended with a score of 5-4. Congratulations to all. That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and online exclusives, follow us on Facebook at CHCO.TV.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.